Hi, beautiful souls out there in holy chic, iconic installation art course land. Welcome back. Today's session is a little bit different than the iconic art. However, this is an iconic lesson. And as many of you know, I had a long career as a healer, as someone who studied nutrition and supplementation, homeopathy, herbology, acupuncture, skincare, naturopathic medicine, past life regression, um, massage. I've owned 6 massage schools. So I've had a very big opportunity in life to explore the natural sciences. And that journey led me, um, when I did my internship to become a naturopath, I did a 1 year study in midwifing. And then remember, this is way back in the 70s and early 80s. And that was an amazing opportunity for me because back then we delivered babies on kitchen floors and dining rooms and in bedrooms and swimming pools and bathtubs and, fun adventures with having a child. And, I'm kind of an old hippie at heart. And so whatever was the most natural and respectful and honoring and safe for the children and the babies and the mothers, then we looked into how to make that happen and advocate for them, and it was a joyous experience. I've been able to assist the delivery of one of my grandsons in my dining room, actually, and be at the delivery in a hospital of one of my granddaughters in Kentucky, and then also to assist with the delivery of my great grandson in a hospital with a high risk pregnancy. So, with all of that being said, I gave birth naturally and really believe and embody and live the natural, holistic lifestyle. I'm not claiming to be an expert anymore because science and medicine and natural therapies and research and studies are being done all the time on even things I used to use that are being found toxic and harmful to the environment, harmful to the body, carcinogenic for an individual. And I think that the more toxic our environment becomes, the more high risk um, the individual's health is going to be. Anyway, with all that being said, and thank you for following to the end of that paragraph, um, I want to talk a little bit about when a baby is made and when conception occurs. This seems to be a theme this week coming up a lot. And now, if you look at human design, the system of human design, there is the earth physical um, incarnation at conception, and a time after conception. In epigenetics, the study of epigenealogy, we are in our mother's womb. And I didn't have a mother that raised me, so this is my picture of Amma. She is another art project that will be in the regular uh, Holy Chic creative art class. But I use her as my example for motherhood because she was my role model. She's the hugging saint. She's somewhat iconic all by herself, obviously, or I wouldn't have done the piece. But she is just the embodiment of pure love and joy and embraces you with such honor and respect and trust, and just she sees into you who you can be and instills that dream, or she did in me. Let me say it that way. And so, with that being said, when a mother is pregnant, they bear in their DNA between 7 to 14 generations of blueprints in that DNA that they are literally downloading in the womb of that child. And it is said in human design that the day the soul incarnates is when some of that original DNA has been installed. And part of that is the chakra and endocrine system. And that's what this is a study of. This is more of a teaching tool about our chakra systems: first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh chakra system for this example only. And so we'll start clearing out our lower chakra system, finding ourselves, getting our identity in place, dealing with our sexual identity, our masculine, feminine identity, any sexual abuse that may have been passed down genealogically through the womb, because what your mother goes through, you will re-experience on some level of that. Alpha point, your creativity, sobriety, pain management, your ability to handle emotional upsets, pain, abuse, shame. We're all talking lower chakra system. And that kind of correlates to Stephen Hawking's scale here of consciousness. And so at these lower levels, we need to clear out the shadows of shame, guilt, apathy, just not giving a hoot. And then we can move on up into grief and fear, desires, okay, in here. And then we go into courage, neutrality, willingness. We have to be willing to grow and to voice our opinion and to speak out and to, rage against the machine, we used to call it. So with that being said, then you're gonna be able to connect in here. This is heart and throat chakra. You're going to be able to put a word to it. If you're my human design number is the 4, so I'm all about recognizing the I know. I'm an I know person. I know this, I know that. That is what my voice speaks from my human design side. So we're going to go on in then to our third eye. I call this our movie screen in our mind. It's our ability to understand concepts in the future and visualize, materialize our dreams, our goals, make a budget, make a schedule, see yourself in the future, happily married with children, holding hands with your family in the park. That's all third eye stuff. But it's also some of the spiritual skills of psychic premonition, clairvoyance, those kind of things. And then you have your crown chakra or higher self, and that's usually a violet. So if you can see on some of these pictures or on some of my artwork, I still kept the elements of Holy Chic iconic art. So we have gemstones, we have the glitter, we have different sayings. This one is a study in the aura as well, and how we have a different aura, different boundary around us besides our skin. Our skin may be in here, but our aura is larger than our skin zone. And so having somebody violate those boundaries or be inside those boundaries or not be kind, compassionate, loving when they're in our own space, that can be very discerning. And it can activate some of this original distilled DNA that you had created while you were in your mother's womb. This is just an example of what the teachers and educators, the academics out there can do with holy chic, iconic installation art. These bring a different level of teaching tools to the classroom, and it also helps bring it alive more because everything is holographic. This is an example of holographic. This is an example of 1, 2, 3 dimensions. This is a holographic dimension. Everything happens at the same time. This finger stays there, but you also see it here. Okay, so it stays in motion, in time and space, and it's its whole. And that's really what the essence of holographic um, courses that I teach are about, is representing the whole person on all levels, from all views, while they're in motion, understanding who they are, what they're doing, where they're going, their trajectory on this earth, and how we can assist them in getting there. So the holographic view of a person is really, really valuable. And remember, a lot of that endocrine system, your thyroid, which is your voice, is installed. Your thyroid, your ability to speak out or not speak out in the arena of codependency and addiction therapy. We block our throat. We feel suppressed, repressed, so we don't speak our truth. So those things are miscommunicated, not communicated. We have an anorexic ability to communicate. We don't communicate. So we abstain from speaking out. We abstain from conflict. Anybody in my family will know I don't abstain. I don't abstain. I'm well hated for my voice to speak out against pedophilia, sexual abuse, trauma, rape, narcissism, greed, pollution, toxicity, forcing people to eat one way when their genetics require them to eat another way, or their body's been poisoned and now they have to adapt to a new lifestyle. Those kinds. I'm very much a confronter of that, a speaker, a communicator of that. That's why I've made myself, one, a good coach, but number two, an advocate for people who are still finding their voice. And I believe art and this type of thing helps put some pieces together for people when they are trying to find their voice, when they are trying to open up their chakras, open up their thyroid. A lot of conditions with thyroid come about because we don't think it's our turn yet, or we're left with wondering, when's it going to be my turn? Because you've waited for so long to say your piece, to say your opinion, to be seen. Okay, and so that's all throat chakra stuff. And so when we do that, it's all about opening up that channel that was installed before our soul activated it in the womb. So we came here to do that work. Let's do that work. Let's do it together, and let's make this world a better place, because that's what we came here for. That's what we signed up for. And let's honor the mother that watches over us, our spiritual mothers, our role model mothers, because that's part of what is our DNA. That's our download. And we can do that. That's what we came here to do. All my love to all of you. Stay tuned. There's more educational, holy chic, iconic installation art coming along. Bye-bye.